Hello, this is Robert Guillaume. Thank you for joining me on Your Money, Manage It. I will be discussing principles that will empower you to manage your finances made easy. The next 4 episodes will focus on the subject avoiding the college debt trap. Now, this subject is covered in my book, How to Manage Personal Finances Made Easy and Avoiding the College Debt Trap. And I do go into more specifics in the book. So if you're looking for further information on this subject, take a look at the book. I think you'll find it very informative. So avoiding the college debt trap. And these episodes will be extremely meaningful to students and families who are contemplating perhaps a child attending college, or if you're a student attending college, or to individuals who are thinking about college and have maybe been out of school for some time. Currently in the United States, millions of Americans are either college graduates, they're enrolled in college, or are considering enrolling in college. Now, the current student loan debt in the United States is enormous. It is over $1 trillion. Now, a recent political ploy enacting the student loan relief program, in reality, to millions of these in-debt individuals, is simply a Band-Aid on a bleeding artery. A student with $75,000 or $100,000 or more in student loan debt will find this government program simply a drop in the bucket toward any real relief in this enormous debt repayment schedule they're facing. The issue with providing student loan relief, ladies and gentlemen, is a connection between our politicians, big banks, and literally government bonds. These are all linked together. So do not hold your breath for any real student loan debt relief. The reality is avoiding the college debt trap in the first place. The United States, unlike many other nations, does not provide a free post-secondary educational opportunity. I spoke with a family not long ago from Denmark. They had 2 teenage children, and the daughter, the older of the two, was getting ready to go to college, and I simply inquired, and she said, no, my college is all paid for. The son was facing the same scenario when he graduated from his, what in this country would be a high school program. College was paid for. Now, you might say, well, Denmark is a small country. True, but they also have smaller amounts of resources. So everything is relative. It's a small nation, smaller population. Our country is a large country, a larger population, but they furnish higher education free. So to begin with, I think there are some facts you need to understand. And there are also decisions that if you're contemplating college, you need to make. Neither of these, the decisions you make and how you contemplate your college future, should be taken lightly. In discussing this topic, it's also important that we talk about how to manage your finances, how to manage your money. It's not simply just the present, but the future, because facing facts, college debt will never leave you until you pay it in full. Years from now, you may still be trapped into a college debt repayment schedule, and it can cripple your future and your future financial planning, such as buying a car, buying a home, traveling, and more. I personally know a young college graduate who is in his 20s. He has a very lucrative job in the field of a form of engineering. However, this individual with a lucrative job has a student loan repayment of over $1,000 per month. Ouch. Take $1,000 out of your budget every month for the next several years and see how that might cripple your financial or affect your financial position. Again, realize that student loans are never forgiven. They may be deferred, but most student loan deferment programs continue to accumulate interest, meaning the eventual payment will be either longer in time or more on a monthly basis. It's a trap. So, ask yourself some of the following questions. Number one, what is my career goal? Keep in mind that thousands of young individuals change career choices within the first 2 years of college, if college is where they begin. Such a change can extend their time spent in college, extend the semesters, or extend those semesters into years. It could lead to another degree career path with additional loss of earning potential outside of college and additional student loan debt. Secondly, are there options to a 4-year college plan? Spoke with a young man just recently who graduated from high school and started working for a very lucrative company. They trained him on site. He does electrical work on the product this company produces. He said, I'm happy. He said, I'm making a great living. I'm happy with my position. I'm happy with the company. And I have no debt. How wonderful. So be certain that a college education is right for you. Many young people attending college today are doing so because they have been influenced to do so, only to find out that college was not for them. By that time, they have lost years of earning potential and perhaps have amassed student loan debt. Within 1 year, you could have amassed $20,000, $25,000 worth of student loan debt. 2 years would double that. And I have spoken to many young people who have gone to college because they thought and were told that was the place to go for utopia in their life, only to find out, no, it's not what I want, and they're already in debt. College professor example is something that is unique because I spoke with a college professor who has a PhD in a field of what is known as family science. And I'm thinking, okay, PhD in family science. We should realize that there are many degrees in colleges that when completed, the question becomes for young people, what am I doing with this degree? You know, an individual not attending college, let's just give an example, is earning $40,000 a year. And we're just going to keep that figure level. Let's do a little experiment here. So an individual that does not attend college comes out and has a job earning $40,000 a year. Now, the average college degree today is a 5-year program. Let's face it. Most universities will say it takes 4 years for a degree, but that truly mushrooms. The average is 5 years to complete a degree. So, the college student over 5 years has given up the opportunity to earn that $40,000 a year or $200,000. Not only that, But if the student has borrowed, let's say, $25,000 a year, they're already $125,000 in debt. So the college student is already, follow this, ladies and gentlemen, $325,000 behind when they graduate. They could have earned $200,000 at $40,000 a year, and they have borrowed $25,000 a year for their education. Those combined, they're $325,000 in arrears. And finally, we must realize colleges and universities are spending enormous budgets on marketing their product. We're going to discuss this in a greater detail in further episodes. But you might ask, well, why? Well, the answer is simple. Our colleges in the United States, our universities in the United States are not unlike any other business. They are big business, and they are marketing their product to attract customers. And the student loan debt is of little concern. This is the reality of business. And in the United States today, higher education is big business. If a young person steps into the college doors and begins to amass college loan debt and decides that is not for them, the college has already gained $20,000, $25,000, $30,000, $50,000 in their student loan payments, and they say, sorry for your bad luck. The college moves forward. The young person is saddled with an enormous debt. Or let's say they go on and graduate in 5 years, as the student does. They come out with $125,000 in debt. And now they're looking for employment. And they're saying, oh my goodness, I can find positions that pay $28,000 or $32,000 a year, but my student loan payment is $500 a month or more. And the college says, thank you for attending. Thank you for your $100,000 or $125,000. Oh, sorry for your bad luck. Ladies and gentlemen, we must face the reality that, first of all, a college education in the United States is costly, and that cost can extend into a person's life in repayment of student loan debt for years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. And that can affect their financial management and their personal financial position throughout that extended time of repaying that student loan. So be wise. Do the research. Do the study. Get a sharp pencil. Go through the figures and make sure, number one, college is truly for you. Are there better options? And we'll discuss this in future episodes. And number two, make sure that you are aware of what you could face if you borrow money through a student loan program for college. Have a good day, and thank you for listening. Thank you for joining me on Your Money, Manage It. My book, How to Manage Personal Finances Made Easy and Avoiding the College Debt Trap, can be found on Amazon and the bookshop. I will also include the link in the description of this episode. Find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram, and join me again next Monday. Thank you for listening.